There's another one. Oh, that one doesn't feel too bad. That one doesn't feel too bad. Oh, he's about to, is he gonna jump? That one does not feel too bad. There's one. Oh, is that a good one? Welcome back, everybody. So I'm super excited to be out fishing today because we are fishing with another brand new bait. The Yamamoto Uni came out a while ago, but just recently, brand new, is the Yamamoto Uni HD. So very excited to be throwing a new lure, seeing if we can't catch a few fish and if it's something that you guys should throw in the tackle box. But again, we are on our road to 5,000 subscribers. As soon as we hit 5,000 subscribers, we'll go ahead and do another giveaway over on Instagram. So make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hopefully we can do another giveaway soon. But let's get after it. So I have never fished the original Uni, but from what I understand, they are both TPE materials, and this is very much what it says. It's just high density. So this bait is a little bit more stiff. From the site, what that claims is it does a little bit better in dingy, dark water because it keeps that profile a little bit better, so it has a little bit bigger presence in the water. The original Uni is a little bit more flimsy. You can tell by how much it shakes, and the HD kind of holds its shape a little bit more. Now, we did do some testing in the tank already, and we'll go ahead and roll that. But it has a very similar action. It doesn't really matter that it's HD or not. Like, they still have the same shimmy, the same wiggle going down in the appendages. The HD just kind of holds its shape a little bit better, which is kind of wild to think. But yeah, the fall rates were insanely similar. They both are TPE material, so they do float, so you'll have to add some sort of weight to them. If you add a treble hook, I can't remember what size. I want to say it's a number 3 is what I put on these, because these are not a big bait. They're only 2.75 inches end to end, even with the appendages. So a pretty small bait. I think it was a number 3 treble. It actually barely sinks. Like the slowest fall rate you've ever seen in your life. So we'll probably add a nail weight to it, but very excited to get out and throw these things. I think these baits, we'll see, but I think these baits are going to do phenomenal for your forward-facing sonar because they aren't a big presentation by any means. So if you're just blind casting in a lake or a pond, I'm going to assume that every small fish in the lake is going to try and eat this too. So if you're trying to catch big fish, forward-facing sonar is probably your go-to. If you're just trying to catch anything, I bet this is going to be a phenomenal bait. But let's go ahead and get out on the lake. It's like glass right now. See if we can't catch a few. Let's get after it. All right, we are going to go ahead and start off with the HD version because that's the brand new one. We have just a tiny little nail weight in there. I do have just a single hook on right now. I don't know if we'll have to use a treble hook per se because this is a pretty small bait. So it shouldn't get hung up, or the hookup ratio shouldn't be so terrible, but we'll see. Maybe we'll have to switch on over. You could probably use some of those specialty hooks that they have out like now for like from Core Tackle and some of those other places, because it does have that hole right in the middle. I've heard some mixed reviews on them. Some people absolutely love them, and I've heard some people absolutely hate them. So I don't think there's a great consensus as to how to hook a urchin bait yet. I've seen the frog hooks, and some people absolutely love those too, but I guess a lot of people have been deep hooking fish with that also. So who knows? I'm sure there'll come out something someday that will be absolutely phenomenal and work perfectly, but we're going to chuck this guy around and see if we can't get into a couple fish. It does cast pretty well, even though it's super light, and we have a pretty light weight on it, so that's good. But we'll just start chucking around and see if we can't catch a couple fish now. There's one. Got it? Yep. Got him. That was our second cast. And that's what I'm talking. Oh, what? that might be the strangest catch on an urchin bait. That is a very nice perch. What in the world? Ow. That is a very nice perch. That's so strange. He wasn't coming off because the hook like turned inside the plastic. The strangest first catch That's awesome. That's not where we're after, but that's what I said. If you aren't using forward-facing sonar, you are just at the mercy of whatever's going to eat this thing. And I think a lot of small fish will. Obviously, a 11-inch perch will. Let him go. That is not what I anticipated coming out today and catching. All right. Well, even perch like this thing. That was our second cast, so it's got a really slow fall rate, so I didn't think it was on the bottom low enough for a perch necessarily to eat it, but I guess so. Next cast. He's got one. Get him. Oh, that's not a perch. Unless we're talking state record. Don't jump. Oh, he jumped. Okay. Single hook. Ended up keeping him pegged, even though he did jump. It's a little different for the urchin baits. Oh, don't come off. Oh gosh, I am messing. There we are. All right, we hooked him twice. Nice little 1 3/4. Yeah, we hooked him twice. He was not coming off no matter what. Holy cow. There we go. First hook. Second hook. There we go. Nice 1 3/4. There we go. Yeah, maybe just a little bit under, but back-to-back cast. Let him go. I was a little concerned with it being that high density material that it may, ooh, there we go. All right, eye buried in. That high density material, I thought those legs might act a little bit more like a weed guard than the soft one. So I wasn't sure if we would end up being able to hook fish quite as well, but we're 2 for 2 on back-to-back casts, so that's a good start. And like we kind of thought, everything under the sun likes this thing. There's one. Oh. And again, what do we say? Every little one in the lake is going to want to eat this thing. So, again, if you're... Oh, that one was hooked. It was hooked a little bit deeper. If you're just wanting to go to a pond or something like that and catch some fish, it's going to be a great one. But everything is going to try and eat this. So if you're trying to catch better fish, again, forward-facing sonar for this guy is going to be your friend. All right, there's 3. Took a little while to catch that one, but see if we can get some more. There's one. Get him. That's a little bit bigger. We have hooked up with every single one that's bit so far, which is great. Oh, our bait is high on our line. Skin hooked this one in the lip, but every single one we've caught. And I think that goes with this just being a smaller bait. It's so much easier for the fish to get it in its mouth. You don't have to worry so much about them missing it or, you know, only grabbing part of it or anything else like that. But if this eye keeps going through this bait, I don't care how durable it is, it might break down at some point in time. So we might have to put a little piece of plastic to prevent it from riding up on that line. But looks good. Let's keep catching some more. Hopefully we end up with some big ones. I just think it's going to be a little bit more difficult to keep it away from the small ones. There's one. Nice. I don't think it's a real big one, but it's not big, but he's pulling hard. Oh. All right, all right. Are you over 2? I don't know, but he's Oh, he got caught up in some stuff. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out. Oh, he's still on. Oop. Come on now. This is, oh gosh. Should be right here. Where are you? Oh no. You're still swimming down there. Where are you? I saw him flash for a second. Oh, we're gonna get, oh. I was gonna say we're gonna get a wet. Oh, he's not a bad fish. Don't break him off right now. Oh, he's all hung up. Oh gosh. Oh no. Open up, buddy. It's caught in the weeds. I don't want to try and flip him. There we go. There we go. That's a good one. Hooked right in the corner. Very nice. Pop that out. That is a good 2-pounder. Finally a decent fish. I threw a drop shot for a little bit and unfortunately didn't have a single bite. So there's our first decent fish of the day. Probably a little bit over 2 pounds, probably 2 1/4. Now we might have to cut our line to get it out of all these weeds though. Probably should anyway. Dragging it through all that stuff so we don't end up breaking off, but that's our first one. First good one, at least. There's one. Got him. That one doesn't feel too bad. I think smaller. Oh! Jumping with an urchin bait and keeping them pegged. That's abnormal. Oh, God. Jesus. 2 jumps. Come on, buddy. 3. He's got that thing. Down there. Not deep hooked, but oh, ooh, he was actually skin hooked. Skin hooked kind of down there, but all right, that's a little bit better of one. Not quite what we're looking for, but better than the 6 inchers or 10 inchers we were catching before. Yeah, I cannot believe that we could not have a bite on a drop shot, but this is working quite well. There's another one. Oh, that one doesn't feel too bad. That one doesn't feel too bad. Oh, he's about to, is he gonna jump? That one does not feel too bad. Stay hooked up. This is, don't let this be the one we lose. Come on, buddy. Oh my. That one did not feel bad when he bit. Just don't jump. I feel it moving around weird. Oh, he's definitely in some weeds now. Don't lose him. I cannot feel him. Oh, there he is. Yep, he's still there. He was just in some stuff. Pulling up all the weeds. Oh, that's a good one. That's one we will have. Oh, don't lose him. Don't lose this one. Oh no. That's one we'll grab a scale for if we can get him. Oh no. Tiny little hook. Come on, buddy. Oh. Oh, he's like in the weeds. Oh no, tell me we didn't lose him. Oh no. I don't know if he's that deep in the weeds. Come on. No. That was a good one. Let's see. Hope he's still on there. Let's get some of these weeds off. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, pulling up some weeds. I don't know if he's, oh, he's still on there. Got him. There we go. That's got to be a 4. Just skin hooked. Our little hook. I think this is an owner one-knot mosquito hook. Look at that guy. Big old fatty. It's got to be 4. Here, we'll grab the scale. We got to look at it so if it comes off, but we'll let it sit in the water. She fought hard. All right, zeroed out on pounds. That's definitely 4. If it's 404. Yep. Oh. That's, ow. That is a good fish. You bet. All right. Let her go. And she's off. Very nice. Got weeds everywhere. We'll have to cut and retie again because that was real. That was real in the weeds. Tiny little hook did its job. Bait looks perfectly new. And that's what we thought. That's what I said from the beginning. I think this will most certainly catch big fish, but I think it'll catch everything. So it's just a matter of what is going to be in front of its face, you know, and keeping away from those small ones might be a little bit more difficult. So forward-facing sonar, phenomenal. If you're just trying to catch whatever, phenomenal. If you're blind casting and hoping for a big one, might be kind of hard, but it'll definitely work, clearly. Let's cut retie. Oh, there was some fray. Let's cut retie and see if we can't get another one like that. There's one. Not nearly as big. Oh, that's a good one though. This single hook is definitely holding it together for some big fish, and they're jumping quite often too. I think that really lends to just it being a smaller bait. Oh gosh, he got in the weeds too. Oh, don't lose him. I see the hook. Ah! I want to flip him. Oh, I thought for sure he was coming off there. There we go. Right in the roof. And we have not had one really deep hooked at all for the most part. And I think, again, it's just because it's just a smaller bait. Oh, he got hooked twice. What in the world? That's weird. That's the second fish that's done that. There we go. Probably, maybe slightly over 1.5. But yeah, it's just a smaller bait, so I think the fish are able to get this in their mouth so much easier than, you know, the full casts, the Mebas, the prickly pears, all those. They're just so much of a bigger bait that I think fish might adjust it in their mouth a little bit more difficultly or differently, so it doesn't get that hook. But one-knot mosquito hook seems to do real well. That should be all right. Oh, that felt like a good tap. Got him. That felt like a big bite. Doesn't feel all that big, but the way he smoked it, like normally you'll get like little taps and stuff like that. That thing was like, the line jumped. I thought that was going to be another 4. The way he ate that thing. Not a bad one. There we go. He ate it like crazy. Another one that was hooked twice. That's crazy. Where's our pliers again? There. That's so weird. I don't know how many times I've done that with a urchin bait, and it's happened 3 or 4 times today. They're definitely not coming off when you hook them twice. All right, come on. There we go. Solid. A little bit over 1.5 again. Let him go. So I think that's enough of us fishing with the HD. Obviously does really, really well. I love it. Catches fish, obviously of all sizes. Let's go ahead and fish with the original Uni and see how that thing does in comparison. We have not lost a single appendage with that TPE. You would expect that because it's super durable. But we're going to fish it the exact same way and see if we do as well, better, or not. All right, we got the regular Uni, or the original, tied on. One thing I will say is I like their packaging probably the best out of all of the urchin baits I've tried. Super simple, easy to slide on. It doesn't come in like 2 pieces or anything else like that. Not too shabby, and it is a little bit smaller of an urchin bait, so these are a little bit more manageable also than some of the bigger ones. But there's one. Oh, is that a good one? I was starting to get worried because I had fished about 30 yards of the same weed line without a bite on this thing, and I was starting to think there was definitely something to the high density. We finally got a bite though. Doesn't feel to be a bad one either. It's gonna go right into the weeds, I'm sure. Of course, as they do. Get out of there. We got a bigger one out. We can get you out too. Oh my. Oh no. Yeah, he is in some thick stuff. Still on. There he is. Oh, that's not a bad one. He's got a... Oh! He's got a weird sore on his mouth, but... Come here, buddy. Oh, there we are. That's not the second biggest one of today. Not too shabby, right in the corner. Oh man, he was stuck good. He wasn't coming off either. There we go. That's probably a 3. Not too shabby. All right, we'll let him go. Got a 3 and a 4, and probably a couple close to 2, and then not having a bad day with this thing at all. If you guys haven't fished these baits, I would very much recommend it. I'll find an affiliate link, I would think, for these pretty easily. But yeah, so that was our first bite, and we fished, yeah, probably a 30 yards, which was wildly worse than we did with the HD version. Now, they say that this is supposed to be a little bit better for clear water. The HD one is supposed to be a little bit better for murky water, which is what we were fishing. So there might actually be something to fishing the HD, giving a little bit bigger profile in the water. But we finally were able to catch one. So we'll fish this for a little bit longer, and hopefully fishing picks up a little bit. I mean, you can't complain when you're catching 3-pounders, but hopefully we're able to catch with the same frequency as we were with the HD. And if it slows down real bad, we'll switch back to the HD and see if there actually is something to that. And with the murky water too, in theory, the black should stand out a little bit better and do better as far as that goes. So the green pumpkin or whatever we were using for the HD should have been at a little bit of a disadvantage, but see if we can't catch some more. Oh gosh, I didn't even realize I had a fish. That was the worst hook set known to man. It like slowly swam at me. If we get this fish, it's a miracle. It just slowly swam at me the whole way, and it was like I was getting ready to lift it up out of the water, and there's It might be the most nonchalant 3-pounder. Oh, he's got stuff going on the side. It might be the most nonchalant 3-pounder I've caught in a long time. There we go. What is got? Ugh. Ugh. It's like a little bit of rot. Gross. But they like it. That was so strange. Let him go. Never even felt him bite. Like, I was still twitching it and could feel I must have been twitching against him, but that was strange. He was hooked well too, even though we never set a hook. We just kind of reeled into him. All right, let's get some more. Bigger ones are coming out to play. You probably have like a 12, 13 pound bag right now at least. All right, so we fished another 20 yards and didn't end up with another bite. So we ended up fishing like 40, 50 yards and only had 2 bites. So we are gonna go back and fish that same area with the HD and see if there isn't something to fishing the HD in murky waters to where it just does that much better. We already fished it once, so in theory we shouldn't do better than 2 fish, but let's go ahead and see. Got one. Got one. Don't feel like a real big one. Little guy. But that was in the same area that we already fished with the regular uni. Come on now. You were being a bit ridiculous. There we go, right in the top of the mouth. I'm shocked at how well these things are getting hooked today. Not deep. Not. I think we've only missed 1 fish all day. Yeah, 1 fish all day. There we go. And that was right away in the morning, so could have been another perch or something like that potentially. All right. Well, let's see if we can't catch another one. I'm sure we'll be able to, but we do have rain coming in not too terribly long, so might have to cut this a little bit short, even though we've done super well today. There's another one. That one feels a little bit better. Not real big. Come on, buddy. And that was like 2 casts later. So there might... Oh, that's not a bad one. Come on. There we go. Oof, he was skin hooked in the roof of the mouth. I don't think he was coming undone though. There we go. It's a pound and a half. All right, so 2 in far less amount of distance. So I think I'm a pretty big fan of this HD. But let's see if we can't catch a couple more before the rain. It's starting to get windy and dark. Missed the hook set on that one. Yep. He bit quick when I was twitching it. Ow, don't hook me. Barely. All right, we'll get him unhooked real quick. Right in the bottom lip. Little guy. So we did only catch 2 in that same span that we were using the other uni. So not phenomenally better, so I don't think it's that much of a reason necessarily. It was that, but we did end up catching a couple, so maybe there's still something to it. I personally like it, and from what I understand too is these don't warp quite as much as the real soft TPE ones do. So if that's something that matters to you, like, oh, there's another one. There we go, back to back. If that's something that matters to you as far as like changing shape or anything else like that, which I don't think has a ton of worry, but I mean, it could make the difference between a fish or two. So that's one benefit of this thing too. Oh my gosh, that one choked it the most, and we set the hook instantly. There we go. He's got some stuff going on his, oh gosh, what is going on with these fish? Just in the roof though. Look at this guy. Ah, gosh. They all got little weird growths on them. Nasty. That's back to back though. All right. Oh, we'll have to, that's a little frayed. We'll cut and retie. Rain's holding off a little bit longer than I thought it would. But we'll catch some more. I'm sure of it. This one. Not a big one. Whoop. Oh boy. Oh boy. Come on, buddy. Just give up. Just give up. Well, for as much as they are jumping and thrashing, I'm shocked at how well they're staying hooked. There we go. Little guy. Pound and a half, maybe. But they are getting hooked so well. Alright. Let's get this, get you undone here. Oh my gosh. Right in the cheek. This is crazy. There we go. Wow. I don't think I've ever had such a high hookup ratio on an urchin bait in any sort of rigging fashion. We did really well with the one rig that I put a drop shot on with a treble hook, but besides that, this is crazy. And it doesn't matter how much they jump. There's one. Oh my gosh. Oh, is that a big one? Oh, he went right into the grass immediately. Oh my gosh, it's a pike. No! Don't bite it. Oh gosh. Oh, don't bite it off. Holy cow, is he covered in parasites? He boiled on it. Oh, I see my hook on the outside. Don't eat. What a wild multi-species day with this little bait. This guy's got some teeth. He's not even a big one. Oh, let go. Let go. Let go. There we go. Little guy. That's wild. That might be the last one. We'll see. We'll see if we can't catch another one or two, but definitely got to cut the line. He frayed right there. Lucky we kept that. But perch, bass, pike. Oh, that's wild. That's absolutely wild. There's one. Got him. Oh, little guy. That'll probably be the one we end on, unfortunately. They've kind of slowed down as the morning's gone on, but I don't know how many we caught. Had to have been a fair number. And we've only been fishing for 3 hours. Oh boy. This hook. I'm telling you, if you fish this bait, this is the hook you need to be throwing with it. Holy cow. Little guy. Alright, let's go ahead and get back to the house and then talk about our bait. Alright, we made it back home after what was a pretty darn good day of fishing. We didn't fish for super long, but we caught a fair number of fish. Some 4-pounders, some 3s, some 2s, a perch, a pike. Like, it was wild, but a very, very good day. Fishing both these baits. Again, this is the first time I fished either one of them. In my opinion, I like the Uni HD more, but it's supposed to excel in dirty, dingy water, and that's what we were fishing today, and that's what a lot of the lakes around me are. So if you're fishing clear water, I would say that probably the original Uni is probably better, and throwing it with forward-facing sonar and stuff like that, probably a little bit better, a little bit easier. But in my opinion, I like the Uni HD a little bit better. When I was twitching the bait, you could definitely tell that the HD had a little bit more resistance from those appendages, which in theory should put a little bit more of a presence in the water, allowing those fish to find it a little bit better. So again, that's probably why it excels in that dirty, dingy water. But I think they're both phenomenal baits. I've heard people talking about the original Unis and those soft TPEs warping a little bit in the heat. This HD isn't supposed to do that, so I guess, again, we didn't fish it long enough to really tell if that would be a problem or an issue or anything else like that. But I would highly recommend either of these baits. You know, again, if you're hoping for big fish, forward-facing sonar is going to be your friend, because everything under the sun is going to eat this. We caught an 11-inch perch on one of these. So, yeah, forward-facing sonar is going to make it so that you're able to put that in front of a bigger fish's face. But if you're just out there trying to catch anything, both of these are going to be phenomenal. And you can obviously catch big fish on them. It's just trying to keep it away from some of the smaller ones might be a little bit more difficult. We did absolutely phenomenal as far as hookup ratio with this thing. Just a single 1/0 mosquito hook from Owner did phenomenally well. I was shocked, but I think a lot of that, and I said it a couple times in the video, I think a lot of that is the reason, is it's just a smaller bait. So it's a lot easier for that fish to get into its mouth and, you know, have that hook bite gap and not really have to worry about it getting adjusted, deep hooking it, or anything else like that. We didn't have a single deep hooked fish either. There weren't any gut hooked, which is phenomenal. Obviously that's been a lot of issue with a lot of the urchin baits, you know, so that's great. But yeah, great baits. I would highly recommend them if you guys haven't used them before. But as always, if you guys like the video, if you wouldn't mind liking, and if you want to see more videos like it, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd be greatly appreciated also. Till next one.